Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. You guys have hopefully followed along with this build. If you haven't, you can go back, check out the build series here on YouTube. Right now, it's about time to start painting this thing. So let me talk to you guys about what I'm gonna use to paint it in my home garage here, doing a completely amateur style paint job for a real affordable cost that's gonna be durable and look really cool. As you guys can see, everything in here, and I do mean everything, has been sealed with 3M plastic. Now, you don't have to use 3M. There are other manufacturers that make this kind of plastic, but I got their plastic paper and I got some painter's tape. Basically sealed everything from the frame down to the floor, and then ran some paper on both sides of the windshield. Now that allows me to get the first step of this job, primer, on only the things I want to get it on. And the gun I'm going to be using is from Harbor Freight. These Harbor Freight high volume, low pressure guns are pretty awesome right out of the box. The only thing that you really have to do is take it apart and clean it. There's a bunch of YouTube videos out there showing you how to do it. It's super simple. And get your primer. Now, because this Jeep is brought down to bare metal in some places, got the painting assistant here behind me. But because this Jeep was brought down to bare metal, I'm painting it with an epoxy primer to seal it. I'm going to be painting inside the tub as well as on the outside of the Jeep, even under the hood. Now that does include the windshield frame. I'm not too concerned about all of the tubing. It might get some overspray on it. In fact, I guarantee you it's gonna get some overspray on it, but that's just gonna get rattle canned white later, just so I can make easy repairs when I rub it on rocks. But I want my top coat on here to be uniform from front to back. So I'm gonna use a different kind of paint. We're actually gonna do a graffiti cartoon style paint job on this with a spray gun and some rattle cans and some paint markers. We're gonna get to the first step. Like I said, I've already masked it. I'm gonna mix up my paint and I'm gonna start laying some down. The primer I'm using is Oxy Stick Epoxy Primer and the Activator. Now I'm not gonna go over how to mix it because depending upon the paint, depending upon the primer you use, it's gonna wanna be mixed differently. Some are a 1-to-1 ratio, some aren't. So I'm gonna mix that off camera. I'm gonna suit myself up here in my, my monkey suit, and we're gonna start laying some primer. All right, everybody, the driveway is empty. We got the film crew here. He's gonna maybe stand outside away from all the fumes. I got a fan on in the garage. We're ready to go. Primer's been mixed. I got the hood up because I'm gonna spray the bottom of the hood first, then set it down nice and gently, and then I'm going to spray the rest of the vehicle. Now, typically when you're spraying, you wanna start at the back of the vehicle, work toward the front, or start wherever you are basically in the direction your fan is blowing, right? So if you have a fan sucking things out, you're still gonna wanna start at the back because it's gonna pull the overspray, and you don't want overspray over what you just painted. So I'm gonna start at the back. Any of the overspray might land on the vehicle in front of that, and then I'm gonna cover the overspray. But in order to get the bottom of the hood painted and then set it down so I can go back, I am gonna start there. Again, home garage painting, you kinda gotta make sacrifices. But anyway, guys, I'm gonna put that respirator on. My prison suit's a little small for me. Kind of look ridiculous, but you know, it is what it is. So the film guy did a fantastic job. And I learned a couple of things doing this, right? I'm not a car painter. I've said it a million times. And we all know that you don't want to go too heavy in one area. But obviously, I did in an attempt to get certain places on the Jeep. And the paint inspector here is pointing it out, right? I got to run there. Now, it's in the primer, but I tried to get this top edge, and I tried to concentrate it a little much after I had already painted this. So I wound up getting a little bit of a run. Yeah, so there's a couple of instances of that. I'm not too worried about anything running wise inside the tub because it's all gonna get covered with that sound deadening and then it gets bedlined over it. So I'm not too worried about that. But the things on the outside of the Jeep, right? I did this same mistake here again. I'm gonna have to wind up hitting those with a little bit of sandpaper before I paint it. You know, typically on a vehicle, you wanna start on the interior, move to the exterior, right? That way you're not dragging your hose and leaning over a freshly painted body to paint the interior. You wanna start with things farthest away. So you'd like to start in the middle of the hood, right? Go front to back and then come to the outside. Well, I didn't do that. It's not a big deal with primer, but I also couldn't reach the middle of the hood because the vehicle's tall. So a step stool over there would be a really big help. And when it comes time to lay the actual color on this vehicle, that's what I'm gonna have to make sure I do. So a couple of those things to make the paint job actually look pretty good. Sand out the runs, it'll be fine. But for right now, it's covered in epoxy primer. Now, the next step is to paint the roll cage. I'm gonna start doing that, so it's not gonna take all that long. You guys know how to use a rattle can. Now it's time to actually do the inside of the tub. You're gonna have to stay tuned to see what kind of paint job I actually put on this so I can show you how I actually do it. But for right now, I'm gonna show you guys what I'm gonna do to sound deaden and seal the inside of this thing. And here's the way it's gonna look. Basically, I bought something that kind of looks and functions like Dynamat, but has a little bit of a, I believe, better R value. So it's gonna seal up the bottom of the Jeep really well and keep the heat out of the floor. Now, I'm not putting carpet over the top of this, and as you can see, because the rolls in the floor, I have to go back and make some patch pieces, but I am going to basically cover the entire floor with a 50-foot roll of this. It's 50 feet long by 1 foot wide, so it's basically hopefully enough to do the inside of this Jeep. Basically just measuring, peeling, sticking it on, and I'll show you what the next step is when I'm done with that. But it'll hopefully keep the heat out of the floor of this thing and allow me to then top coat it. And the top coat is where it's really gonna shine. Because not only is all this stuff gonna cover up any of the welds or any of the patches that I did in the floor, but once I top coat it, you're not even gonna see it. It's gonna make it super durable, real easy to clean. It's definitely the way to do it, in my opinion. I'm gonna be using the Herculiner 1 gallon roll-on kit. Hopefully it's enough. It should be. It's designed for a basic pickup truck bed. You're supposed to put a couple of coats on, so we'll see. But basically I'm just gonna follow the instructions here and roll it on. Okay, so you have seen the interior of this Jeep come together and it's starting to look pretty good, but I basically converted it into a tent from the movie Outbreak at this point. It can be done in your own garage at home. The thing about doing a paint job is prep work, but beyond the prep work, it's understanding your paint. 1 stage, 2 stage, 3 stage, what primer to use, what clear coat to use, how soon to clear coat it, and all that kind of stuff. So I'm gonna talk about it in the next video when I get to actually painting this thing, but for right now, you guys saw the inside. I think it's a little bit of a hint at what's to come here on the surface of the Jeep, and that video is coming. Anyway, guys, get out there, make sure you build something, and while you're at it, maybe paint it.